Testing, testing, testing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I am Sainsy93, and tonight we are at the Great Britain Grand Prix, the home of racing, as many people say. Mr. Perm is telling everyone to ready up as well, so if you are here, guys, please ready up. Good evening to Doug. Hello, Doug. Very well, thank you. Hope you are too. Good luck in the race tonight. So last week was Canada, I believe. I did unfortunately miss the race. I believe it was Canada. It was Canada, and Filthy Ghost did win that race with Viva P2 and Speedy Bullet P3. Only the 8 drivers finished. So, the moment, the standings are looking like Ghost still leads the way. But Viva, he has caught up and is only 10 points behind now. So that is getting very interesting. Then there is a big gap between second and third. Salty Stevens currently takes the P3 spot, but he is 77 points behind Ghost. And then fourth is Mr. Wiggles, 92 points. And fifth is Mr. Potwash, 106. At the moment, we haven't got too many in Tier 2. Hoping to get that number up soon. But again, some good battling still in Tier 2, surely. And we have a dry race. Dry qualifying. Not sure about the race, but I can guarantee you there is nice, bright, sunny skies in England on my screen, which is a big surprise because I'm not sure who is listening that is from England, but it seems like it's just been raining for the last 3 or 4 months. Mr. Potwash says, and himself into the Wall of Champions in Canada. Yeah, done that a few too many times on F1. Again, no one has come out to the pit, yet, which is interesting. So the drivers we have tonight are we have the 2 McLarens of Mr. Potwash and Doug. We have the 1 Mercedes of Salty Stevens. We have the 1 Ferrari of PVR Widget. PVR Widget doing his job for Ferrari again. Because Tier 2 don't seem to have many drivers in the Ferrari range. In the Aston Martins, you have Hybrid and Angry Badger. You have the 1 hash driver tonight of Dom8727, who I believe I have not seen him before. For me, he is a new driver. Not too sure if he's raced in the last couple, but I haven't seen him race yet. Dom. Then we've got the 2 Red Bulls of Mr. Wiggles and Filthy Ghost, your championship leader. We got the 2 AlphaTauris of Viva and Beast. And then we have the 1 Williams of another new driver who is Lost. And 1 Alfa Romeo tonight of Mindful Wasp. Mindful Wasp normally has his teammate Gandalf, but unfortunately Gandalf cannot race tonight. As not too sure who's going to start his lap first. We'll have to wait and see. We're going to go on board with Angry Badger just at the moment. As Mr. Poem says, Doug to eat wool today. It's not a very nice thing to say, is it, Mr. P today? Bit of banter going on, as always, between Mr. P and Doug. As I have not sorted the as Angry Badger has already invalidated, unfortunately for him. Filthy Ghost on a flying lap as well. Let's go on board with him, see what his Sector 1 will be. So Filthy Ghost will probably be the first to set a lap, as Angry Badger unfortunately did invalidate. I did miss what his Sector 1 time was. I was too busy looking at the comments. Let's see what his Sector 2 time will be. He's gone a bit wide there. Brown Beckett's. His Sector 2 is a 1:03.0. Still, he will be posting a lap unless he does have any problems in these last final corners. Let's see what the benchmark will be. Salty Stevens has gone on to a set of hards on qualifying, which is a big thing I've never seen before. Filthy Ghost sets a benchmark of 127.3. But my screen says it's not come up. Did he invalidate right at the end? Which would be a very big shame if he did. Mr. P now. Let's see what Mr. Potwash has to say, because Mr. P is Mr. P. Can't say that. Mr. Potwash. Let's see what he can get. Mr. Potwash sets a time of 1:27.2. So Dom goes quickest with a 1:26.5. Mindful Wasp now. Let's see what he can do. Coming around the last couple final corners. Beast goes P2 with a 1:26.7. Mindful Wasp crosses the line at 1:27.2. Puts in P3. Hybrid goes P3 with a 1:26.8. Mr. Wiggles goes P6 for a 1:27.3. Doug's just started his flying lap. Mr. Posh, Filthy Ghost is invalidated, unfortunately for him. As the battle intensifies tonight. Viva versus Ghost. Yes, it does. Who will come out on top in qualifying? Viva, 10 points behind Filthy Ghost. Had a really good last couple races he has. Can Viva finally catch up after his Christmas absence? Or can Ghost stamp his authority down as the #1 driver in the tier? Or will Salty have a say in this battle? Salty Stevens has got to win the next couple races to try and get his way back into this fight. Let's go on board with Doug now, who is in Sector 2. And his Sector 2 time is a 1:03.2. He has got a bit of traffic, but I don't think that will affect him too much. Obviously, Filthy Ghost has not had the best of starts because he has not set a time. Doug now crosses the line, and it's a 1:26.8. Puts him now P3. So what a lap from Beast. Tier 3 driver, and he's still in P2 at the moment. Viva, Angry Badger and Ghost all about to start laps. As Viva is the first one to start that. Let's see what Viva can do in Sector 1. He has got I believe, I'm not too sure who it is, but let's hopefully he will not get in Viva's way. His first sector is a 27.7. Viva has still got this car kind of in the way. I'm not too sure if this person is on a lap. Might be Mindful Wasp. Not too sure. It doesn't seem like it's affecting him too much. He has got out of the way, whoever that was in the... So Viva round Beckett, kind of just stop on the acceleration a tiny bit, and his second set to 1 minute 3.5. Just had to back out in that corner at the end. Viva now in the final sector. Let's see where it'll put him this lap. Goes quite wide in the last. He won't invalidate, but it's going to be a 1:28.1. He won't be happy with that lap, unfortunately for him. Angry Badger now round the final corners for him. And he's going to set a time of a 1:27.7, puts him P8. And let's watch the new driver, Losts. Let's see what his Sector 2 time will be. His Sector 2 time is a 1 minute 3.8 in the Williams. Salty Stevens obviously trying to get some practicing into this race. 4 laps on the hards. Lost has used all his... And he has unfortunately span round the final corner. Lost unfortunately will not be setting a time. Is Mr. Wiggles on a lap? Is Michael Wasp on a lap? I think Michael Wasp is on a lap, so we'll watch Michael Wasp here. That was really nice and tidy. I'm not sure about that camera angle, but he is about the same. It looked pretty quick on my screen round Beckett's and stuff, but let's see, Michael Wasp, he's coming into the pits. Michael Wasp comes into the pits. Angry Badger into the pits. Viva. He's got his ERS is all the way back now. So will he be starting another lap? PVR Widget is just starting his flying lap now. Beast is unfortunately going slow at the moment in Sector 1. Let's see what he can do in Sector 2. Not too sure where Mr. Wiggles was. He is coming into the pits as well. So the top 2, Dom and Beast, both starting their flying laps now. And Beast's second sector, he is half a second down, unfortunately, for Beast. So he will not be improving. Dom's first sector. And he is 2 tenths quicker in the first sector. Is Viva on a lap? Viva is on another flying lap. And he is currently a 10th up on his first sector. Lost is also on a flying lap. Let's go with PVR Widget as he is going to be the next person to cross the line. PVR Widget now crosses the line and it's going to be a 1:27.8, puts in P9. Dom now will be the next person to cross the line. He was improving in Sector 1. Not too sure about Sector 2. Let's see, can Dom improve? And he is going to set a time of a 1:26.2. A great lap from him. Viva now, he is 4 tenths up on his original time. Let's see what he can do in the last sector. And he's going to set a time of 1:26.8. Puts him now P5. He'll be a lot happier with that. PVR Widget just did his lap. Lost is coming into the pits. And let's go on board with no one because no one is on a lap. So Doug will have enough time to get around. Beast is just coming out. People coming out at very strange times here. Salty Stevens is come out onto some softs now. Filthy Ghost still in the pits. So... and if anyone did want to know the Champions League results, just quickly, if you are listening, we're going to go on board with Mindful Wasp, who's just started his flying lap. Bayern Munich, Lazio still 0-0, and Real Sociedad 0, PSG 1. Mindful Wasp's first sector, and he is 2 tenths quicker, so at the moment he is improving. Potwash is further down, tries to get a bit of a slipstream there. Mr. Potwash will be the first to cross the line. Let's see if we're doing sector 2. Obviously the trickiest part of the track. You can gain and lose a lot of time here. Look pretty clean, and he is nearly 3 tenths quicker, so he is improving. Mr. Potwash now into sector 3. Round the last couple corners, and he goes wide. I think he's going to affect his lap. It did, unfortunately, for him. Mindful Wasp now, he is half a second quicker. Can he get close to Dom? He goes quickest, a 1:26.1. Mindful Wasp takes P1. Doug is going 2 tenths quicker, currently P4. Is anyone closer to the end? Salty Stevens. Salty Stevens will be the next across. He's 2.5 seconds quicker. Can Salty Stevens get his way up there to the top? Let's wait and see. I think he is the next person. Then we'll go to Doug, because Doug is right behind Salty Stevens. Salty Stevens now crosses the line, and it's a 1:26.7. Puts in P4. Doug crosses the line, and it's he invalidated right at the end, I think. And Salty Stevens has retired from the session. Mr. Wiggles is gone for another outlap. Mr. Potwash has finished his qualifying. Angry Badger now, let's go on board with him. Currently P10. And he is invalidated. Lost is a second quicker at the moment. Trying to get everyone here, guys. Mindful Wasp is coming into the pits. Hybrid, he's just started his flying lap. And Mr. Wiggles is on. Let's go on board with Lost then, because I think he is the only person on a proper flying lap at the moment. Has Lost in sector 3 now. Let's see what he can do. He goes P10 with a 1:27.6. Mr. Wiggles now is on a flying lap. He is going slower though in sector 1. We're going to go up to Hybrid just quickly, because he is in sector 3 now, and I think he was going quicker. Not too sure by what, but I'm pretty sure it said he was going quicker. We have 30 seconds left in qualifying, so whoever's not out now will not be getting another lap in. Hybrid crosses the line at 1:26.4, puts in P3. Viva has just started his flying lap. So Viva, Filthy Ghost are both on flying laps here, who will get the bonus of being higher up in the grid. Will it be Viva? Will it be Filthy? We'll wait and see in about a minute's time. I will try and keep on board Mr. Wiggles, I think. Not too sure if he is on a lap. Dom is definitely on the lap. Dom will be the next to cross the line, so we're going to stay on board with him. Beast, I think, just left the session, so hopefully he'll get himself back in. Doug, though, what can he do? Can he get pole? He needs a 10th. He needs a 10th. Can he do it? Filthy Ghost goes P4. And Dom does win, get P1. Let's go down to Viva just quickly. At the moment, Filthy Ghost is P4. What can Viva do here? Is he improving enough? Filthy Ghost, he's going to cross the line. And he goes P3. He beats his rival. F1 Viva, P3. And Filthy Ghost, P5. But your person who's taking pole, it is Dom, 8727 in the Haas. And then P2 is Mindful Wasp. And P3 is Viva. So, Filthy Ghost, only P5 for him. Saul Stevens said, fumbled the controller. Oh, at least you got your lap in, I guess, before it happened. Mr. Potwash says, last damn corner. Yeah, it affected a lot of people. I think it happened to Filthy, it happened to you, it happened to Doug as well, I believe. Yeah, Doug just said it happened to him as well, so... Dom looks really impressive, though, in the Haas tonight. He probably... Well, he definitely was the quickest in qualifying. By about a 10th to Mindful Wasp. But look, the top 4 all separated by about half a second, so it's pretty close. And... the top 9 all separated by about a second. Mr. Potwash definitely said he can go quicker. He'd be upset not to go higher than 10th. But again, Dom takes P1. Mindful Wasp is second. Viva is P3. Hybrid 4. Filthy Ghost is 5th. 6th is Beast. 7th is Salty Stevens. 8th is Doug. 9th is Mr. Wiggles. 10th is Mr. Potwash. 11th is Losts. 12th is Angry Badger, and 13th is PVR Widget. Okay, I'm just going to get myself a drink quickly, and I will be back in 2 seconds. I think there's going to be a lobby restart, guys, because someone has readied up and people were not ready. We'll have to wait and see. There is a virtual at the moment. So we have got a red flag. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a problem, and we will be restarting. So if you are listening and you are still in the race, please leave and join Mr. Poem again when he gets this set up. And I did see it was raining, so we're going to have a rainy race, which would be really interesting to see what people's strategies are. Because you're not allowed to change, guys. I know people you can't really check, but um, so while we're just sorting this out, it'd be interesting to see what people are going to do in this rain, and was it going to dry up later on? That is the question. So we're still waiting for about half the drivers to join. Hopefully, they do know that it's been a lobby restart. So we're still waiting for 5 drivers to join. Hopefully we can get there pretty soon. Still waiting for as Beast now joins. So, as Viva did finish above Filthy Ghost, if that does happen at the end of the race, the lead might be cut down to single figures. Again, there was 10 points before this race. It is getting very, very close. That's at the top of the championship. And after this, we have 8 to go. Because next week we are heading for the lights and the glamour of Las Vegas. So it'd be interesting to see. Then we've got Imola, and that is a sprint race, followed by Portugal. Then we've got Belgium, then China, then Austria, then Spain, and then rounding out the last race, it is Brazil. So we'll wait and see. But tonight we are going to see who can take the most amount of points at the championship, and can Dom keep hold of that pole position and make it a race win as well. We're just waiting for the one more driver. I'm not too sure who it is. I'm sure I can probably work it out. Just need Mindful Wasp. So we're just waiting for P2, which is Mindful Wasp. And then we'll be underway. Not too sure if Mindful Wasp knows what if he's, as he has now joined, so. And obviously when we do ready up, please do not ready up straight away. You need to get your setups up, get your tyres sorted. So when Mrs. or Mr. P tells you to ready up, just be aware we do need a few minutes, or wait till Mr. P or Mrs. P tell you to go. They are telling you to ready up now. So if everyone can ready up, Mr. P is telling everyone to ready up. And again, just remember to choose your setups. Remember, your setups will not be on. And does anyone, obviously, is it going to rain the whole race? Or was it just for part of it? As someone has just left, we're down to 12 drivers for some reason. And not too sure who left. So Doug's just told me, no, it's light rain and then it will go to cloudy. So change in strategy at some point. So we go at 12 in about 4 minutes. So remember, just get all your setup sorted. We did have a driver leave, so I'm not too sure who it was. I did see a driver had left, so. So in a couple of minutes we will be going underway. So we're going to be away very shortly. It is 8:41. Hopefully the driver that did leave is able to get back into the game. Sure, we'll be away very shortly. So we have 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light. We have 5 lights. And we are hopefully underway. We are stuck at the moment. We have a safety car. So, unfortunately, we're going to go straight to a safety car. We have 12 drivers, so someone has left. Not too sure what's happened here. But we only have the 12 drivers now. Which means they're not going to be able to get back in, whoever that was. Trying to work out. I think it is hybrid. So we're going to have a safety car for some odd... And we're migrating hosts. Mr. Poem has left. Or is it me that's left? No, Mr. P has left. Which is never a good sign. Possibly might be having another. Mr. P has left, so I think there might be another red flag. Not too sure what's happening. We're just going to keep watching for the moment. The safety car will be going round again, it looks like. Just wait to see what is going on. So I think we are going to have another restart. Everyone is just sorting out if they're happy to have another restart. Alright guys, we are going for another restart, so if everyone can leave, if you are listening, I will be leaving the race again. Alright, I have exited. There has been someone crashed into a wall, which is funny. Oh, I got 4,000 cash for that. Everyone, if you can join Mr. P. So we're just waiting for Beast and Lost, I think. And then we'll be underway. Lost has joined. Alright guys, ready up. It doesn't look like Beast is joining us, so we are ready to go. So we're going to have a 26 lap race. Dom obviously still in pole with Mindful Wasp second and Viva is third. Again, only have someone has left again, so not too sure what's happened there, but someone has left. Someone has left, but I'm not too sure it was. We're down to 11 drivers. Again, we won't be doing another restart, so we've got 2 minutes to set up your things and we will be going. Not too sure who got kicked out. As it was PVR widget that unfortunately has got disconnected, which is a shame for PRV, sorry, not PVR. PVR widget, because unfortunately we're going to be underway very shortly. Let's hope we don't get a virtual or a safety car at the start of this race. We'll have to wait and see. Again, we will be readying up, guys, so they did say 53, so get your setups done as quickly as. As we're going to be underway, we have the 5 lights and we have 11 drivers and we are underway. There is no safety car, so we are full green racing. Doug does. There's a lot of people going wide and there's contact at the back of the field. Mindful Wasp has spun. He's down in P11 now. Dom does lose that position. Hybrid has gone really wide and he's lost out to Filthy Ghost and Dom. Viva down in P7, so this is unbelievable start for Filthy Ghost, up to P2 and is right behind Dom here. Viva will not be happy with his start, either will Mindful Wasp. Filthy Ghost fighting for the lead here with Dom. He's going to be side by side, has to back out of it. Will get the slipstream though. Losts and Viva are fighting for P7 and 8. And Viva has lost out to Lost there as well. Filthy Ghost right behind Dom. So will Filthy Ghost have a go here into this corner? He does back out just. He thought about it for the moment. Viva down in P9 now. He must have damage. I think Viva does have damage. We're going to wait and see. He has. Viva has come into the pits. It's a really bad start for Viva. Oh, not that, sorry. So everyone is obviously on the inters. These are the position changes at the moment. Filthy Ghost and the Red Bull team up 3 and 4 places. The people that have been really affected are Mindful Wasp down 7 and Viva down 7. Let's go on board with Salty Stevens just for the moment. We're going to go down to Lost, actually, who's fighting with Mr. Potwash for P7. Mr. Potwash did get that position, but Lost will be looking to regain that position. Wait and see. He's really close here. He's going to have to stay behind in this part of the section. Nowhere really to go. And he has backed out. So we can go back up to the front of the field. Filthy Ghost now trying to get this, get first. Trying to get past Dom. Going to be tough though. Salty Stevens right behind Mr. Wiggles as well. Viva needs a safety car. So does Angry Badger, really. Mindful Wasp sets a new fastest out of 1:38.5. Salty Stevens now trying to get past Mr. Wiggles in the Red Bull. Mindful Wasp has actually taken Lost now for P8. And he is trying to get close to the McLarens now. So can Filthy Ghost keep close enough down this next straight? This is his chances to try and get past them. To get past Dom. Just loses a bit, like 2/10 just down that last corner, and he just can't catch up in time. Salty Stevens really close behind Mr. Wiggles as well. Mr. Potwash has lost out to Mindful Wasp. Mindful Wasp now up to P7. As the field is just breaking apart a tiny bit. The top two have a 2-second lead over Hybrid. Let's go back up as Salty Stevens has just lost a bit of time to Mr. Wiggles. So has Filthy Ghost. And Viva flying on them new inters. Really got, I think he just got really unlucky at the start of that race. I think Mindful Wasp just spun and he had nowhere to go. And I think the invisible, the ghost wasn't working. As Filthy Ghost still tracking down Dom. Dom defending really well, and he's actually got a bit of a gap now, half a second. No DRS, obviously, until the rain clears. Filthy Ghost just closing the gap again. He just lost a tiny bit of the back end there. And he has gone wide, and he really lost a bit of time there. Mr. Potwash already got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Okay, he is really close now. But he's not going to be able to overtake here. He's literally right on the back of Dom here. Dom, can he defend into this next corner? Filthy Ghost has got the inside line, and he will take the race lead. So Filthy Ghost now is into the race lead. Dom is fighting back though, but he has to stay behind. Filthy Ghost now has made 4 positions from the start, and he is now your race leader. Can Dom do anything about that? He's going to try and stick as close as he can behind Filthy Ghost. Angry Badger picks up a 3-second time point with multiple warnings. Again, this is not over yet because Filthy Ghost does have the tendencies to get 3-second penalties. Obviously, he normally still comes first, but just need to try and stay as close as he can, Dom. It looks like he's really affecting on them tyres at the moment. Not too sure if we're just going to have rain the whole race. It doesn't look like it's going to dry up anytime soon. Mindful Wasp catching now up to the back of Doug. Viva and Angry Badger. As I said, Filthy Ghost has picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So this is definitely not over yet. And Dom is really close to Filthy Ghost. Again, it's only lap 6 and 3 drivers already have 3-second time penalties. And Hybrid is closing the gap to these two. He's now only 1.6 seconds behind these two. We're going to go down to Mindful though, because he is caught up to the back of Doug now. And Doug will be fighting for P6 with him. Mindful Wasp got some great pace round here, it seems like. And Doug is also catching to the back of Salty Stevens. And Mindful Wasp will take that position. So Mindful Wasp up to 6th place now. And here trying to catch Salty Stevens, only a second behind Salty Stevens. Dom now. Let's see if he can close this gap. But Hybrid is really closed in on this pair. He's now only a second behind Dom. Is he looking after them tyres a bit better than these two? Mindful Wasp has flown up to the back of Salty Stevens as well here. Salty Stevens really getting affected by something. There's not only is he 2.5 seconds behind Mr. Wiggles now, he has got Mindful Wasp right on the back. Mindful Wasp does go wide there a tiny bit. Won't affect him too much. We're going to go up to the lead because Dom and Filthy Ghost still fighting for this race lead. They're side by side still. And I think Filthy Ghost just about keeps it. But Dom, they're still side by side. Dom will have the inside line here. And Hybrid really getting involved in this battle now. We have a three-way battle for the race lead. Filthy Ghost does just about keep hold of P1. But look, Hybrid right on the back of this lot now. Mindful Wasp as well, trying to get past Salty Stevens. We're not going to leave the top three just for the moment. Mr. Wiggles picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Hybrid now trying to do a Lewis Hamilton, which could have been really risky. A Lewis Hamilton, Verstappen kind of thing there. And they're going to go side by side here into Beckett, which is never good. And Hybrid's up to P2, takes Dom for P2. While this was happening, Filthy Ghost has got about a second lead now. Mindful was still behind Salty Stevens. Lost picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We have 3 drivers now on 3 seconds. Angry Badger picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Mr. Wheels catching up to the back of Dom now as well. I wonder, is this track ever going to dry, or are they going to have to go on to another set of inters at some point? Mr. Wiggles now, has he got a chance to get past Salty Stevens here? Has to stay behind. Hybrid is out of this race. We have a safety car. Hybrid is out. Not too sure what's happened here. Trying to work out where Hybrid has lost it. Didn't look like anyone was that close to him. He's lost it round that area, so not too sure what's happened. We have a safety car though, and I'm guessing everyone will be coming into the pits, probably. We're going to have to wait and see. Let's see what Filthy Ghost does. So we're down to 10 drivers. Hybrid, unfortunately, has retired. Not too sure what happened. Filthy Ghost has come into the pits. Dom into the pits. Mr. Wiggles into the pits. Salty Stevens into the pits. So everyone is coming into the pits. And everyone back there might as well come in as well. Get on some fresh tyres. Filthy Ghost nearly lost out there to Dom. Oh no, Dom was just coming in. So Dom, I thought for a second Dom was really close to getting past. Salty Stevens takes Mr. Wiggles for P3. Mr. Wiggles really got affected there. Obviously his teammate was in first. Viva is into the pits, and I'm guessing Angry Badger will be into the pits as well. The people that haven't got penalties, Angry Badger stays out, which I'm very surprised about, unless he's going to just go for another inters maybe next lap. He's on 7 laps already. That's your penalty situation at the moment. It's a shame that Hybrid, because he looked really quick at that moment. He was P2 catching up to Filthy Ghost. As everyone's still catching up to the back of the safety car. Again, I'm pretty sure Angaraja will be coming into the pits. No, he stays out again. So as Viva catches up to the back of this field, Viva's coming into the pits again. Not too sure why. Let's have a quick look why he's coming into the pits again. He had front wing damage. Changing for another set of inters. Not too sure what that was about. Here obviously catch up to the field before the safety car goes round, but just trying to get a fresher tyre as he can, possibly, as he's last, I guess. So that's your position changes at the moment. Filthy Ghost is up 4, Dom's down 1, Salty Stevens up 3, Mr. Wiggles up 4, Mindful Wasp is down 3, Doug is up 1, Mr. Potwash is up 2, Lost is up 2, Angry Badger is up 2, and Viva is down 7 at this moment in time. And Viva now just catching up to the back. As he is now caught up, so I'm guessing the safety car will be in this lap. So, yep, the safety car will be in this lap. Again, I'm shocked that Angry Badger has not come into the pits. I think that's a crazy move from him, but we'll wait and see. He's on the oldest tyres by a mile. There's a 9-lap inters. As Filthy Ghost just waiting now, and he is gone. So Filthy Ghost does go. Dom does really well to keep close to him. Viva does take Angry Badger for 9th. They're fighting at the back. And Viva has got that position now. Dom now catching up with Filthy. We're going to go to Mindful Wasp though, because he is really close behind Mr. Wiggles as well. as we on lap 12 of 26. Doug picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Really close battle here between Salty Steven, Mr. Wiggles and Mindful Wasp. Viva getting close to the back of the McLarens and lost. Viva has a better exit than Doug. Can he have a go here? Down the straight. They're side by side. Does back out. Doug goes really wide though. And they're about side by side here. Going down the next straight. At the moment, Viva does have it, but Doug will be fighting back. Viva, sorry, not Doug, Mr. Potwash went wide, not Doug. Doug's up to P6. Let's go on board with Mindful Wasp again. Sorry about that. Got Doug and Mr. Potwash a bit confused there. Mindful Wasp trying to get past Mr. Wiggles here. Viva now. Let's go on board with Viva because Viva's taken another. He's up to P7. So flying on them new inters. Lost will fight back into this next corner, but will have to just stay behind. And Mr. Wiggles and Mindful Wasp have had a collision. Mindful Wasp now back down to P9 for him. Mindful Wasp having a really difficult race this evening. Filthy Ghost has got an 8/10 lead over Dom. Again, does have that 3-second penalty. So the top three separated by about 1.4 seconds. Viva catching up to Doug as well in P6. As Filthy Ghost has gone really wide there. And I think Dom will take the race lead. And Badger picks up a 3-second. Filthy Ghost keeps that lead. Dom just let him past, it felt like. Dom now surely goes to the inside. Defends well, Filthy Ghost. Has to stay behind Dom. The top three separated by about 3 or 4 tenths. As Salty Stevens has lost out somehow. And he's now down in P4. And he's got Doug right on the back of him. Mindful Wasp sets a new fast lap. And Salty Stevens picks up a 3-second time penalty. So we're down to 3 drivers now who have no penalties. I think my driver of the day might just be for the person who doesn't get a penalty tonight. At this rate. Viva now right behind Doug. Stays behind though. These three really close together here. Doug, Salty Stevens and Viva. And Lost is also quite close to this group. Viva, I think, got past Doug here. He has Viva up to P5 now. He's trying to close into that gap to Salty Stevens for P4. Really good recovery drive at the moment for Viva. That safety car did help him massively, but again, it was really unlucky to be. And Dom is up to P1. Dom has taken Filthy Ghost for P1. Again, Viva was really unlucky to get that damage in the first lap, so Viva and Salty Stevens fighting here for P4. Doug just watching behind with Lost, and Mindful Wasp also watching from the back. And so is Mr. Potwash saying that. Salty Stevens is 4 seconds behind Mr. Wiggles. So Salty Stevens really getting affected after about 4 or 5 laps on them inters. Really struggles on the grip. Viva literally pushing Salty Stevens along there, it felt like. And Filthy Ghost, something's happened to Filthy Ghost. Filthy Ghost is down in P7, which is massive for the championship. Something has happened to Filthy Ghost and he's down in P7 now. So has Dom. Dom and Filthy Ghost have had a collision somewhere. Filthy Ghost is P7. Dom is P9 now. Mr. Wiggles is winning this race. Viva might win this race tonight because he hasn't got any penalties. Has to get past Salty Stevens though. At the moment, Mr. Wiggles has clean air and he's 4 seconds clear of this group. But Dom now down in P9 and Filthy Ghost P7. Not too sure what's happened. I missed that. Too busy watching Salty Stevens and Viva, and I missed what happened at the front. Viva literally on the back of Salty Stevens. Some great driving here from the pair, really trusting each other. Not too sure if Dom or Filthy have damage. Going to stay on board here though, because this is the closest battle. There's about 4 or 5 drivers involved in this. Salty Stevens picks up another 3-second time penalty. They're not too sure what the warning situation is like at the moment. Viva trying to go around the outside. It's going to be a tough move from there. But he has Viva up to P2. What a move from Viva. Mindful Wasp now. And Doug trying to get past Salty Stevens here. Can Viva get away from this lot? It doesn't look like it's drying up at all. Filthy Ghost did get past, lost 4P6. So Viva already got about a 7/10 lead. Make that half a second. Salty Stevens looks like he's the quicker car down the straight. Viva now needs to try and get, I think it's 3 seconds he has. So at the moment, Mr. Wiggles has 3 seconds. Salty Stevens has 6. Doug has 3. Filthy Ghost has 3. Dom has just taken Lost. They're fighting at the back for that actually. Sorry, Lost has come into the pits. Angry Badger's on 9 and Lost is on 8. So we're on lap 18. There's still a long way to go. Could have another safety car, you never know. At the moment, Mr. Wiggles is up 7 positions. And he has got a 4.5 second lead over this bunch. Mindful Wasp has taken Doug for P4. Mindful Wasp now trying to get past Salty Stevens. Can't believe what's happened to Filthy Ghost and Dom. They were fighting each lap for that race lead, and now it's all changed. So at the moment, Viva is not catching up to Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles doing a great job keeping them behind. As for the first time, Viva is now 4 seconds, so he's gained a tiny bit of time. Mindful Wasp now up to P3, has taken Salty Stevens for P3 now. And he's 1.2 seconds behind Viva. Dom has taken Mr. Potwash for P7. How are these tyres looking though? That is the question. Lost is now down in P10, unfortunately for him. Angry Badger's tyres must be 17 lap old tyres now. He's gone for something extreme here. I don't think he's going to dry, so do people risk it and go for another set of inters? So Salty Stevens now about a second behind Mindful Wasp. Viva is catching up now. He's only 3.8 seconds behind Mr. Wiggles. So he needs to make another 8 attempts as long as he doesn't get a penalty. But he has got Mindful Wasp catching up to the back of him. I'd like to say that. Mindful Wasp does look quick round here. These two had their problems in the first lap. Again, I'm not too sure what happened, but they both did end up at the back of the field. There's 3.8 seconds now between Viva and Mr. Wiggles. 1.1 between Viva and Mindful Wasp. Angry Badger does now pit for another set of inters. Is it starting to dry up? That is the question. Is it just me, or has it stopped raining? People are on the softs. So I repeat, DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled. Surely people pit. Mr. Wiggles surely comes in this lap. This has become very exciting. Surely it is pitting time. Does Mr. Wiggles come in? He has. Does Viva come in? He is. Everyone is coming into the pits. Filthy Ghost comes in. Dom is coming in. So it is going to be a straight out soft fight to the end. Just make sure everyone puts on their right tyres. Let's see, make sure everyone is on the softs. Surely everyone goes softs. So Mr. Wiggles needs to fight off Mindful Wasp, and Viva has that 3-second penalty. This is going to be a really exciting finish. So Angry Badger and Lost, if they were closer, they've actually done a really sensible thing. It looked pretty wet, and then I just realised it wasn't raining, and then on my screen it just went really dry quickly. So we have Viva is now only 2 seconds for some reason behind Mr. Wiggles. Lost sets a new fastest lap, and that is going to tumble down every single lap to the end, I reckon. So at the moment, Viva wins this race. Who is going to be quicker on these softs? Filthy Ghost has lost out there to Dom and Mr. Potwash though, because obviously his teammate was coming in. So Dom now up to P6. So Filthy Ghost, obviously extremely quick. Let's see if he can get past Mr. Potwash here. DRS is enabled as well. So it should be a lot easier to overtake now. Filthy Ghost goes for the inside. And he does take P7. Viva now 1.2 seconds behind Mr. Wiggles. Mindful Wasp 1.5 seconds behind Viva. So at the moment, Viva will be winning this race. From the back of the grid, he will be winning this race. Angry Badger sets a new fastest lap. So Viva nearly under a second behind Mr. Wiggles now. And he will have DRS very soon. 7 tenths now separate these two. Both on the soft tyres, so at the moment it looks like Viva is the more confident person on these softs. Doug picks up a 3-second penalty. Dom can make up some serious places if he doesn't get any more penalties. Viva has got DRS. Salty Stevens and Mindful Wasp catching up to this pair as well now. There is a caution in Sector 2. Not too sure what's happened. Viva goes quickest. Mindful Wasp goes quickest. Salty Stevens go quickest. It's tumbling down, everyone. It is tumbling down. We have 3 laps to go. 10 drivers are left. Viva now only half a second behind the race leader. Again, he will be winning this race at the moment. But he will want to do it on track. He will want to get this race win on the track. He's only 2 tenths now behind Mr. Wiggles. The much more confident driver on these tyres, it seems like. Looks really quick at the moment, Viva. He's going to have DRS into this next corner. Pretty sure he's going to get the move done here. Just lost out about a tenth though, so he might not. He doesn't. Stays behind. He's not going to make it. Mr. Wiggles did a really good last corner there and got about a tenth or so away from Viva. Viva goes really wide, does take the move. That's a brilliant overtake. A really good overtake because Mindful Wasp is actually getting really close to this pair. So it was actually a really good overtake and much needed as well. But can he get further enough away from this pair before the next straight? Mindful Wasp really close to the back of Mr. Wiggles. Doesn't want to touch him here. Mr. Wiggles will have DRS. Has lost out about 7 tenths though. Will have the DRS though. So it's going to be tough for Mr. Wiggles, for Mindful Wasp to get past. But he does. Mr. Wiggles went wide, I think, into that corner. And now we have a straight up fight for the race win. We have Viva. We have Mindful Wasp. Who is going to do it? They both don't have penalties, so this is for the race win between the pair. Mindful Wasp hunting down Viva, he's going to have the DRS. Can he get past Viva here? He does. Mindful Wasp has taken the race lead. So Mindful Wasp is now your race leader. Mr. Wheels hasn't given up either. Angry Badger picks up a 3-second time penalty. Viva needs to stay behind, needs to have that DRS. He will have the DRS. Can he get past him here? He won't. He'll have to stay behind. Needs to stay in that DRS zone as much as he can here, Viva. Mr. Wills also still close enough for the DRS. Will have DRS, but he's 7 tenths behind at Wasp here. Needs to get closer. As he does stay behind. So we have one more lap to go. Can Viva do it? Can he get this race win? Or will Mindful Wasp take the race win? As there is 6 tenths separating these two. Viva needs to have the best lap he can here. Can Mindful Wasp hold on? There's 8 attempts. He's going to catch up here. But he's not going to have enough. He needs to get as close as possible in Sector 2 before that straight. Mr. Wills has now fallen off, over a second behind this pair. Mindful Wasp having a really good last lap here. 8 tenths separating these two. Mr. Potwash is actually catching up to the back of Filthy Ghost as well for P7. Angry Badger picking up, catching up to the back of Lost as well. But we're going to stay on board with the front two. 8 tenths separate him still. Mindful Wasp will just have to hold on here. 7 tenths, 6 tenths, 5 tenths. Not enough for Viva though. Viva is going to try one more time, but he won't be able to. Mindful Wasp just needs to keep it as sensible as he can. And Mindful Wasp, as long as he doesn't get any penalties, he will win the Great Britain... the British Grand Prix, I should say. I don't know why I'm saying great. It makes it weird. He wins the British Grand Prix, followed by Viva. Then Mr. Wiggles. Saucy Stevens is 4th. 5th goes to Dom by very close with Doug. Doug is P6. Filthy Ghost is P7. Mr. Potwash is 8th. Lost is 9th. And 10th is Angry Badger. That is the top 10. So, I know Viva will be disappointed not to get the race win today, but he does gain some more points from Filthy Ghost. Filthy Ghost only finished, I think, 7th or 8th in the end, while Viva was 2nd. And especially from his lap 1 incident, Viva and Mindful Wasp will be so happy. Mindful Wasp takes the race win, which I didn't think was ever going to be possible. And Viva takes 2nd. Again, there might be some DRS looking into with that first lap. I'm not too sure what's happened, so I'm not going to get involved with it. I'll let the stewards decide on that. Mr. P says there's going to be about a 2 or 3 point difference between them, with Filthy Ghost finishing 7th and Viva possibly taking the race win. I'm not too sure. And Championship is fully on. You can say that, Mr. P. Filthy Ghost, is he getting a bit nervous? Is he shaking a bit? Seems like it, because last time I commented he was about 27. Now it's down to 10, and after today it's going to be down to single figures. So well done to everyone. Mindful Wasp in the Alfa Romeo does take the race win, followed by Viva. Then Mr. Wiggles, Salty Stevens, Dom. Doug takes P6. Filthy Ghost, Mr. Potwash, Lost, and then 10th is Angry Badger. Hybrid unfortunately did not finish. Not too sure what happened to Hybrid, to be honest. But Hybrid DNF'd. And that is your race results tonight. Again, you've been watching the British Grand Prix. Mindful Wasp did take the race win, and Viva was second, with Mr. Wiggles third. You've been listening to UFRL, and you've been watching the British Grand Prix. I'm Sainsy93. Thank you for watching, and good night, everyone.